Welcome to the Sideshow, a podcast about the intersection of film and culture. My name is Jesse Kuba.
And my name is Taylor Ann Harris.
This podcast is sponsored by CL Creative Space,
a versatile studio for all your creative needs. Go check them out and let them know we sent you.
Hey Taylor, this is our first episode.
I know, I'm so excited. It's been a long time coming.
And we have really great guests.
Yeah.
And I do want to say that it took a whole village to get us here.
That's right. Shout out BFC.
Yes, Black Film Connect. So today we have two great guests with us. They are the creative minds behind Diff Works Creative Studio. A lot of creative. But that's what this podcast is about, and that's what the people we're here to talk to are about. TK and Lamont, welcome to the Sideshow Podcast.
Thank you very much for having us. We're honored to be the first guest.
We appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, they are our first guests.
That's right.
And I think this is a great place to start for this podcast because I think sometimes in filmmaking or when it comes to video production, there's always this like artistic, we tend to listen to or we tend to be more interested in the artistic perspective rather than the process and the business of creating. Mm-hmm. So I think that's what we're trying to, talk about in this podcast. So do you want to start by telling us a little bit about yourselves, how y'all got together?
Yeah, absolutely. I can start from the beginning because we got early beginnings. We met in 7th grade at Montero Middle School in an art class. Mm-hmm. And then from there, we just like clicked up with, our homies, and we were able to keep the same friend group from like middle school to high school. And then we ended up doing some music because at the time we were going to like all the after school programs. We were in a Bump. We had friends going to like youth radio. Shortly after we graduated, we were up at Youth Uprising. So like we were in all these programs to learn basically media. Like we went to BAVAC, so we learned how to do graphic design, websites. Mm-hmm. They were learning how to music produce and record. Mm-hmm. I was learning Photoshop. And then from there, we did a little bit of music.
Yeah.
A past life. We were fortunate to, meet up and get signed by a Clear label at the time, which was owned by Tajay of Souls of Mischief. And then from there, we learned like the hustle and the independent spirit. I eventually moved to New York for about 5 years. That was around 2010 to 15. Around that time, TK was in Seattle.
Seattle for a good minute, yeah.
And then we came back here and was like, hey, let's get the band back together and start a business.
So TK, what was your journey from the Bay to Washington back to the Bay? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So I ended up in Washington. I had been there like just to visit, and it was cool. Went there, and then it was just a different place. I was there, and I was like doing stuff with kids. So I was over here working with, like, I ran a daycare. I was a coordinator. I worked in the Boys and Girls Club. I was like a team director, and I was a behavioral interventionist. And it was a lot. It was a lot of stuff. So I learned a lot of the corporate angle from working at this high level Boys and Girls Club in Washington.
That's fantastic.
So I actually came up with Diff in Washington, right? And I always thought about mine and everybody like, hey, we are creators, because I got a chance to look at the Bay Area from the outside looking in. And I'm like, damn, why am I not making it? Oh, because we don't have no damn platform we can control, right? So I reached out to Mont, and Mom like, bro, I need you to do this and make this happen, right? Here goes the logo. He was like, oh, that's fire. I knew if Mont said the logo was dope, he was gonna be like, oh yeah, I fool with that. You know what I mean? So and then we was talking back and forth. We had like try to put it together in Washington. I said, bro, when I get back to California, bro, I'm about to be Tupac out of jail, bro. And yeah, we've been going ever since. So once that happened, and then me and him, we hit every hurdle. You know what I'm saying? So luckily our friendship and brotherhood, we done been together, and we had ups and downs in our relationship from beginning of knowing each other. And then I feel like I got a chance to know. I think I'm going too deep on here. This is like a okay, cool.
Just keep going, yeah.
But our relationship has had got stronger because I felt I got to know my more now. You know what I'm saying? Because I know him to be, we have similar qualities of being independent and wanting to make things happen for ourselves when we have our own plan. We just got to to see if it works, right?
That's right.
And I recognize that, right? So I'm like, he's the only person I can do it because I need a mirror to do this, you know?
That's real.
Big important thing right there though too is we're both Sagittariuses, so we have similar work ethics and just I guess mannerisms and personality traits. But the big thing that I really appreciate about working with my best friend is it's easy to be friends with someone, but it's not easy to have a working relationship with people because they're not always going to match your energy, right? When it's like time to like stay up all night and write this treatment or proposal, like, dude, they really got it in them to do it. And, you know, we're both like year of the ox. So it's like, yeah, we're going to make it happen. And I think you missed a big thing, though. When you were out in Seattle, you were constantly flying back to the Bay shooting music videos.
I sure was.
Okay.
And that's when you really like picked up a camera.
Yeah, because you know what it was? This is what it was. I'm going to be real with y'all. Because we when we were signed to a record label, right? And, you know, we spent a big budget on a video. And I remember we was rapping this. It got on like MTV Bay Day back in the day. But I was looking at it and I was rapping. I was like, I'm on the wrong side of the fence on this. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah. Wrong side of the fence on this. Excuse me. Edit that out. But no, I saw the production when we went into it. We had to, because shout out to Ty J of Hieroglyphics and Social Mischief. He was just like, yeah, go ahead and do it. Y'all dope. Write a treatment. I'm like, okay, well, how do we write a treatment? You know what I mean? Like, because, you know, he was on tour. He didn't really have time to do, but he was like, all right, cool. Find a director. And then we were like, oh, okay, well, you're going to shoot 2 videos. Figure that out. Like
the budget.
Yeah, exactly. So that, and shout out to Auto Treats too, on multiple levels.
They're a PR company based out of New York.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I interned for. They were the first people I hit when I moved to New York.